Show you what I did with the vocoder, Ovox, and the vocal that we recorded. I put in some MIDI here, and you can see, I just went to the MIDI out channel. I went to the piano roll, and I added these notes. And this is what it sounds like. Oh, I should mention one thing. I'll play what it sounds like, and then I'll mention one. We're getting some crackles anyway. All right. So one thing I wanted to mention was if you go to the mixer and you go to Ovox, when you're looking through these presets right here, like I have vocoding and Evox lead selected, so you might want to like audition a bunch of different ones to see which one sounds best for your track. When you start to play it, make sure this, because sometimes this will reset and the note mapper will reset. So make sure this is on MIDI and that the note mapper is not selected. So make sure you do that if you're building your own harmonies in there. Okay, it looks like we are getting some static, which means that the memory, it's taking a lot of memory for my computer to record this video using the video recording software and play the beat at the same time. I'm going to try it one more time just to see if the crackling's bad or not. So give me 1 second. So that's pretty bad. So I guess this is a great place to stop and show you a trick. We'll see if this solves the problem. If it doesn't, oh well, at least I've taught you how to consolidate a track. So when I talk about consolidating a track, all I'm saying is you're taking, right now this is taking a lot of, you can see up here, like I'm just stuck around 82, 92 memory. This is where you see your memory up at the top where my mouse pointer is. It's already just like hanging around 96 just from what it's doing now. And the reason it is because it's reading all of these plugins like Ovox and every single plugin, shaper box here, shaper box there, reverb, all of the instruments, everything. It's processing all of those at once. So what we can do is we can what's called bouncing this down. We're going to bounce it down to a WAV file so it doesn't take any memory resources to play it. And the way that we can do that is, it might be a little tricky with this one, but let's give it a shot, because this is taking 2 channels, but I believe if we just do the vocal channel, it should work. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to click consolidate this track from, I'm going to go track start, just so it only does this section and it won't take as long. I'm going to click start. And we're going to let it consolidate. It's only a few measures, so I don't think it'll take that long. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pause the video because it looks like it's going to take a bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, that did not work. You can't just do, because both channels are involved, you can't consolidate. So I'm going to do another method. And plus, I do want to show you one thing. I'll show you in a minute. But actually, we need both of these tracks to make that vocoder sound. So what I'm going to do is select them both. And all I'm doing here is I'm right-clicking on this little light, this little dot right here, on the track that I want, and then I'm left-clicking on another track. So it's only playing these 2 tracks. So let me hit the space bar real quick. It's still crackly, but you can hear only those 2 are being played. So what we're going to do is, well, I've already done it, but we're going to select this. Use the selection tool and just select the part that we want to bounce down to a WAV file. And because it's only playing these 2 tracks, we're just going to export it. So I'm hitting File, Export as a WAV file. I'm going to call this vocoder. Here we go. And I'm going to put it in, if you remember at the beginning, we set up a folder for this session to keep any, files that we want to keep for this particular song. I keep it in my F drive. There we go. Let's see if I can find my F drive. Well, this is it, F. And in song samples, I think I called this Silence. Yeah, that's what the name of the project is. There's already a track called vocoder because I tried this earlier, but I'm going to right click and delete that. All right. I tried it the wrong way and it didn't work, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to click save. Yes, we want to. That warning message was just, do you want to replace this? And then one other thing that I did when I first tried this, when I was trying to consolidate the track, was this little button right here, Split Mixer Tracks. What this does, if it's selected, it will, every single track that you have, like track 24, track 25, 1 through whatever, it's going to create an individual WAV file for each of those tracks. We do not want to do that. We want to just have the vocoder only, just these two tracks combined. So I'm going to deselect that, and I'm going to click Start. And I'm going to pause the video again, and I'll be right back. All right. I didn't need to pause it for long because it's only a few measures, so it should be done any second now. And all we need to do next is find the file in the folder. So as you can see in the left file structure over here, I've got my F drive right there. Song samples is what we're looking for. We're going to go under silence here. And I'm just going to click a little refresh, reread structure real quick to make sure I have all the files I need. Alright, so we have a file called vocoder. I'm just going to pull that into the session. There we go. And now what we can do is, now that we have a vocoder sample with all the effects and everything, is we can get rid of these other two tracks. And all you have to do that is I'm going to right click. I'm going to highlight delete. I believe, where is delete? There it is down here. Delete. Okay, we'll delete that. Yeah, I want to delete everything. And we're going to do the same with the MIDI. Delete. And it also resets your mixer channels as well when you do this. Alright. Now, we have this vocoder that's not taking up any of those precious memory resources to play. So let's see if that fixed it or not. We're going to give it a try. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now what I want to do is actually, I was going to do volume automation to kind of cut it off. You hear how it rings out? Like it keeps ringing out. I don't want that because this is a very like kind of staccato section where everything's cut off and short. And I want it to kind of play with that and cut off when the duts happen. So normally what I would do is set up volume automation for that, but we can kind of since this is a WAV file, we can just cut it short like this. Here we go. Here, I think I've got it on beat. Or no, I got it on bar. So let's go to like step. Here we go. And that way it won't ring out as much. And it'll just cut off with the bounces. There we go. Okay. Hold on, let me zoom in a bit. So I'm just cutting this out. Oh, it's hard to get this little section. There we go. Alright. Okay. So it's not bleeding over. Alright, we're just going to cut this out. Alright. Listening. Cool. Let's shut that off. All right. So that is how to, let's see. We've put our vocoder together. This is how to bounce it down to a new track to save memory and how to, cut off the tail end of it. So let's move to the next section. Hey, what's going on? I hope you've enjoyed this training. This training is just part of a larger course, so if you want to take the whole course, just go to this playlist right here. Also, if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to get a lot of information on how to get your music into TV and film. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and subscribe, comment, like, all of those things. Let's go.